Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Recording Your Band in a Rehearsal Space for Cheap. Working title. Tonight is vocal night, and you need a couple of key components when recording vocals. One, you do not need an Amazon Prime bag, but you do need this. This is a vocal shield by a company called Sterling, and basically what this does is it isolates the microphone, which will go right here, and it will further isolate the room noise from the vocal mic. I have a couple of headphones in here, as well as the SSL 2 Plus interface that we are going to be using today, and I have my MacBook, which is recording everything. Let's get inside and I will take you through the vocal recording tour. We are all set up in here. Now, the one thing that you absolutely do need to spend your money on when it comes to recording of anything is a good large diaphragm condenser microphone. And what we have here is an AKG C214. You could pick up a good one of these for about $200. I got this for about $230 used, and it's been my go-to vocal mic ever since. Here is the vocal shield all set up. It is surrounding the microphone. I know you can hear the air conditioner behind me. Well, we're going to turn that off, but there are other bands that are practicing in rooms down the hall that way, so this is going to block out all of that resonant noise from other bands. And the only thing we'll have to worry about is if a car beeps their horn outside there. So when you're tracking vocals, you want the diaphragm condenser as isolated as possible. And since we don't have a booth, we are literally working in a rehearsal room. This shield is going to come in handy. The next thing you want to spend money on, and this is much cheaper than the microphone, is this pop filter. So not only will this get the singer to not scream directly into the mic and cause really bad proximity effect issues, but this will also help with the P's and the Q's and the t noises that your vocal will do. Ideally, you want to get your vocal, your mouth about a fist length away from the microphone. So right along here, that's good. And just make sure that the pop filter is blocking the entirety of the capsule of the microphone, so that when the singer does scream in here, as you can see, he is not going to be touching the microphone at all. So we have the microphone shielded up and connected to my SSL 2 Plus interface. We are ready to go. So here's how it's going to go. We are going to put the mic right here. I have my winter jacket over the cymbals because, as you can see in here, there really is just no room to store anything. And it is a public space outside of the room right here, so we have to respect that hallway. So drum set is staying here. I'm putting my jacket on the cymbals at least, so if anything reverberates, the jacket is going to solve that. But the microphone is going to be here. It's plugged into the SSL 2 Plus interface just as before, and it's hooked up to Logic. I'm going to have all of us be right where I'm standing, and this is maybe 9 feet or so away from the microphone, because if you're doing background vocals, you want to sound like they are actually in the background. If we were to all gather around here, it would just sound like a lead vocal. If we're all back here, you're going to have a little bit of the room in here captured by the microphone. So let's get some backing vocals done. Yeah. I'm just gonna copy those. Yeah.
See which chorus is better. I think the last one I sang is better.
You did like at least like maybe 9 takes in the car, so. Yeah, I love the fucking Axl Rose effect.
Because like the film.
So,
I should lower my main voice for that and bring that.
That's
a
what
little
I'm
higher.
saying.
Yeah.
I thought it right
Let
at the
that
same
shine a
level.
little bit here. Shine a little.
Too many times.
she's in love with herself. As we are in the final recording session of this series, and we are going to be doing vocals. We had the vocal shield around my AKG C214, and again, this was recorded in a rehearsal room, and there were other bands down the hall practicing. So I just want to like emphasize by how important it is to have one of those vocal shields to put around your microphone. And again, this isn't just any ordinary mic. This is a large diaphragm condenser. So it's really good at picking up room noise. It should have a horrible signal to noise ratio if you're in a loud environment, but because we are in a sort of padded room, the rehearsal room is pretty dead sounding. There is some sound dampening in there. The mic was aimed away from the door, so it would only pick up the room noise behind it. It had the vocal shield around it, and this is the result that we got. This is purely what the microphone picked up. You see, you could barely hear anything going on with that because Uncle Menace was using these headphones to record his vocal. These are the Direct Sound Extreme Isolation EX29 Plus. And what these headphones do is they give you minus 37 dB of passive noise reduction. So, fun fact here, I can barely make out what I'm saying right now. I hear nothing but the rumble in my throat from talking. I don't hear any of the high end or the crispness from my voice. So recording these videos with these headphones on is a little weird, but let's listen to how isolated the vocal is.
You see my face, you want it all, but you want it right before the fall. I feel the pain with my heart. It hurts so much right from the start.
I will need to do a little bit of editing on his vocal, and we'll get to that in the final video of this phase 1 series here, which is the editing. So as you can see here, we have some gain vocals down here. We only recorded one of them each, so I'm going to double this part here. So that is the lead vocal. I'm having him hear himself so that each take I do, so this top track here was the first take, then I had him do it again here, then here again, then here again, and here again, to the point where I had almost 2 to 3 takes on each track so that he can hear himself and everything is nicely pitch corrected. It's a little technique I do, and I've never seen anyone else on YouTube like explain this or do this technique, so until someone says otherwise what this technique is properly called, I'm just going to call it the Hamsgruber technique. So, so here is the verses. Here's the first verse again with both of his doubled vocal. And also, I wanted to double his vocals so that every key word of the verse, I'll determine this in editing. I can like emphasize that line by adding 2 or 3 backing tracks of himself just to add a little more oomph to that line. So here is that the end of the first verse into the chorus with that double vocal technique.
I feel the pain with my heart. It hurts so much right from the start. What you want is what you get. I live my life with no regrets. 'Cause I'm in outlaw with a heart of gold. I never do what I'm told. 'Cause I'm an outlaw with a heart of gold.
Now, he did say now that I'm hearing it, he did say at the very end he prefers these takes over the first chorus. So let's just hear it.
With a heart of gold, I never do what I'm told, 'cause I'm an outlaw with a heart of gold.
Yeah, it totally sounds better. So I'm basically going to edit this chorus back here, get it sounding as good as possible, and then I'll just copy it to the first chorus, because they play to a click and I edited this song to a click, so the vocal should align perfectly with the first chorus. So that's really it for the lead vocal. And there's two other vocal parts. So this is Spencer, the guitar player. He's going to be exchanging with Uncle Menace in the second verse, leading up to the chorus. So here is Spencer's part in mix with Uncle Menace.
Know where I stand. You think you'll get it from me? You ain't gonna get it from me. You ain't got it. Won't know this time. You think you'll get it from me? You ain't gonna get it from me. You ain't got it. Won't know this time. You think you'll get it from me? You ain't gonna get it from me. You ain't got it. Won't know this time. You think you'll get it from me? You ain't gonna get it from me. You ain't got it. Won't know this time. I'm an outlaw with a heart of gold. I never do what I'm told, 'cause I'm an outlaw with a heart of gold.
So when we get to the bridge of the song, Uncle Menace did a high part and a very low part, which I call the Axl Rose effect. You hear on a lot of early Guns N' Roses records, Axl will be saying, all the way up here, and then he will have a very low part where he's like, all the way down here. And it'll just subtly be in the background to add a little more bass to that high-pitched vocal of his. So I'm sure there's a proper technique that this is called in the world of all you mixing engineers out there. I just don't know what it's properly called, so I just call it the Axl Rose effect. So I had Uncle Menace do the Axl Rose effect with the bridge.
You get pushed too many times. You get pushed too many times. You get pushed too many times. You get pushed too many times.
All right, that sounds pretty cool. So there is one final lead vocal part, and it's the end of the song here. So he just says outlaw, outlaw, like almost like a chant. And then the third of these outlaws, he goes a little higher in pitch. So I'm going to have to do some volume automation correction here.
Wow, low, wow, low, wow, low, wow, low. 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 Wow, low.
And that's it for the lead vocal part. So let's go to the backing vocals, like the screamo vocals. And this is one where, yours truly contributed a major factor here. I say that with the utmost sarcasm. So I only recorded one line of each of these cases because I'm just gonna copy and paste them. So in the chorus, when he's going, "'Cause I'm an outlaw," the word outlaw is going to be emphasized by 4 instances of Uncle Menace, Spencer, Frank the bass player, and myself all shouting from across the room into the microphone. Now, the vocal mic was facing the door, which is where we were standing, and there were still bands rehearsing behind us. So again, this just goes to show you let's just isolate the backing vocals real quick so you can hear for yourself just how isolated this vocal shield does. We're about 8 to 10 feet away from the microphone, and this is what the room sounds like with those backing vocals, all 4 at once.
Outlaw!
And that's it. We're going to do that in the choruses, and at the very end, we have us going, outlaw, outlaw, along with every second instances of that part from Uncle Menace. So it's going to go, outlaw, outlaw, just Uncle Menace, and then the second and fourth parts of that are going to be with the gang vocals. So it's going to really, it's going to realistically just sound like this.
Wow, low, wow, low, wow, low, wow, low. Wow, low, wow, low, wow, low, wow, low.
So that's how it's going to go. And then here is the backing vocals, just the backing vocals.
Outlaw, 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 outlaw.
And the thing with recording backing vocals or like gain vocals like that, you definitely want to do at least 4 instances of that. So 4 parts recorded separately. And if you want it to sound in the back, record yourself further away from the microphone. This isn't a duo, so we all don't need to be right in front of the microphone. It's good to have that airy, open effect. And again, with what I'm going to be doing in the mixing phase with these backing vocals, I'm going to make it sound like we are in a giant room, because the plugins that I use to turn dry room mics into huge room mics with very realistic results, it's going to be worth it. So with that being said, let's listen to the whole thing in context. And again, I need to address a couple of gain staging issues here, but that will all come with editing. So let's listen to let's just listen to the song.
You see my face, you want it all, but you want it right before the fall. Look in my eyes, 'cause this was mine. So many people with so hard to find. I feel the pain with my heart. It hurts so much right from the start. What you want is what you get. I live a life with no regrets. 'Cause I'm an outlaw with a heart of gold. I've never do what I'm told. 'Cause I'm an outlaw with a heart of gold. You get pushed too many times. You get pushed too many times. You get pushed too many times.
And that, guys, is the entire recording process of a single, doing it yourselves as a band in your rehearsal space. The next and final episode of this series is editing, and you are going to see me edit the entire song in real time as it's happening so that we can get the best raw final product to start mixing. I won't be adding any plugin effects. I'm just going to be focused solely on getting the best performance ready to go. And then you will see it from turning this into a mix ready project. With that being said, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.